The Underdog Podcast. It's your host T. Lee and my co-host Jack Cowden will be live today as usual.
Was pulling up, they acting like they couldn't see me. Now she wanna clean me up like a squeegee. I told her that's on me, baby, like yellow BZ. With the peanut butter tear like a Reese.
Keep on persevere through all the obstacles. Get it done. That's the underdog.
They don't forget the underdog when they see me. I hit them with the John Cena, they can't see me.
You may overlook this person, but the underdog is the one who's gonna put in the work.
It's over, you know? Because you have to lose to win. Whether you think losing is a big event.
Out of mind. All I'm saying, just be careful who you idolize. I'm kicking these scriptures just before the fame. Ain't no cap in my words, I go against the grain.
So I always believe that, like, I took so many risks to make this thing happen. You know what I mean?
I'm always working, bro. Like, I just, like I said, I'm energy driven.
Underdog can put you on your ass. The underdog can put you on game. The underdog can show you something that you didn't know.
Can't go down. All you can do is go up. So are you gonna stay where you at, or are you gonna move up?
Feel the bangers. Feel the bangers.
He said he's nervous. This is his first time doing it.
I hit the beans, cut her ass off, if she get that, I can reread.
Yo, what's good, Dirty?
What's up? What's happening?
We here, man. Y'all already know, man. Underdawgs Podcast. You feel me? Season 3 right now, man. You know what I mean?
Okay, for sure.
We got, man, you know, the original, you know what I'm saying? Episod 2, original, man. Featuring Carlonia, Kingpin, TrunkbeataDjs, LivewireDjs. Atlanta, by the way, of North Carolina, man. We got DJ Dirty Work, y'all, man, for everybody out there tuning in right now, man. For real. Man, what going on, though, Dirty?
Man, just cooler, man. What's going on with the Underdawgs?
Shoot, man, just getting it in, man. Been a long time coming, man. You feel me? I was really waiting on this episode here, man.
That's what's
real.
up.
We gonna jump into it, though, man. Certified record breaker, man, by the way. So, we appreciate you coming through, OG. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's an honor to have you on the platform. And as we like to start it off for the viewers, you know, watching, like, who is Dirty Work outside your profession, you know, as a person?
Well, you know, DJ Dirty Work, a father, you know what I mean? Just out here, businessman, you know what I'm saying? Just, you know, staying out the way, staying on the grind, DJing, doing my thing. That's about it, man.
So, for sure, man. So, originally for North Carolina.
Yes, sir.
What was it like for you coming up in the city from your perspective?
What, ATL or
North Carolina? Where it all started at, yeah.
Yeah, well, you know, I started off in North Carolina, Raleigh-Durham area. Then I actually moved to Savannah for a few years. Then I actually went back to North Carolina, like for high school. Yeah. So, you know, it was back in the day. So, you know, it wasn't, you know, we was outside, you know what I mean? So it wasn't everybody sitting around on cell phones now. So, you know, so we was out in the hood, neighborhood, kicking it, you know, running around, getting into trouble, you know.
Yeah.
Same old thing, man. You know, it's regular stuff, man.
Yeah, I'm glad you said it like that, man. That's why I say we got an OG in here right now, man. You feel me? Cause like my era, like the last of the era where we was really outside, you feel me? Like we got to see everything change and switch up. So you know what I'm saying? So at what age, man, did you start to show, you know, interest in music? Like, and who are the artists that, you know, that helped build your, you know, musical background and influence you?
Well, you know, I'm definitely, like you said, an OG. So I came up, you know, before it was even rap. You know what I mean? So it's like I used to like Rick James, Cameo,
man.
You know, Fatback Band. You know what I mean? The early hip hop, Run DMC, Fat Boys, Houdini, Beastie Boys. You know, Uncle Luke back in the day, NWA. You know, being from North Carolina, we listened to a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
We had influence from like New York and everywhere in between, because we were pretty much like the middle ground, up top and then down south. So I had homies from Atlanta, so they used to bring back like the Edward J tapes and all of that with the you know, the pillow bass and all that. So, you know, I used to be on the Atlanta hip hop scene, you know, early 90s, 90, 91, early Freaknik days. So, you know, a lot of the beginners of all of this. You know what I mean? So I've been there since the early stages for everything, pretty much.
That part, man. Cause when you say it like that, I'm like, man, I do remember, like, coming up, it was like before the South really hit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had influence of every market. Like, the market was broad. You feel me? One point, New York had it. You feel me? So you got artists like that. You got the West Coast. It was everywhere. Yeah. But it was something about that South, man. When that South took over, it just latched on, and that's just what it was for a while now.
Yeah,
you know
that's a wide range of artists in the South, you know what I mean? So it's such a big area too, you know what I mean? So
man, so who would you say coming up, man, is the the people behind your support system, you feel me, that helped mold you into the man you are today?
Really my pops, man. My pops kind of pretty much got me started DJing. He had some equipment.
Yeah.
I started practicing with that. Then I got around my homie DJ Tiny Tim. He's an OG out here in the game. Him and my homie DJ Chap.
Yeah.
They were certified in the DJ game out here in Atlanta. So, while I was practicing, getting my skills up, I was hanging out with them, you know what I mean? Peeping the game, soaking it up, peeping the scene, that type of thing, man.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say like what? So you say your pops really just put it behind you, feel me, where you felt like you want to pursue the career of being a DJ.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm gonna say what what made you stick to the plan though, you feel me? As people sometimes we move around from one thing to another. But you know what I'm saying? Like what was it for you that made you just stick to being like, yo, this it right here? Like, this what I want to do.
Yeah, well, he, like I said, he put that bug in my ear and he passed away, a while ago. So, I kind of wanted to stick to it, see it through, because he planted that seed. So, I wanted to see it grow, see what it, what it could do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, most definitely, man. So being your OG in the game, like what was the equipment setup like, you know what I'm saying, when you first started, and what was the process you learned over time that helped, build your skills more?
Yeah, well, definitely the process back in the day, it wasn't no Serato, wasn't no computer. Yeah. I started on some belt drive turntables. That's not even the belt drive, like the slow. It's not the Technique 1200s. It was like the Serato back in the day. So everybody wanted to get to that level. Had the Technique 1200s. I had some, I don't even know, some no-name belt drive. So if you know anything about turntables, the belt drive don't have that release like the direct drive. So I started off with them. So then I finally got to some techniques. And actually, when I first started doing like parties and everything, I started off with like a little DJ company, and they sent us out there with some tape decks. So I was DJing off of cassette tapes with them, doing but I had my little I might have had a CDJ or something like that at that time. So I was bringing that with me too. But yeah, for the most part, I was DJing like off of cassette tapes. I was doing like weddings and little school functions, corporate functions, and all that before I got into the club scene.
Yeah, so when you say that type of equipment, like stuff like that, is like you really can't mess up on for real like that. Like you got to be on point.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and like records and CDs. Actually, it was records at first.
Yeah.
And when I came to the game, it was kind of like it was phasing into the CD, not really CDJs, but dual deck CD players. And this is still, like I'm saying, before computers, before Serato and everything like that. So once Serato came, then that kind of, opened up the floodgates for everything pretty much after that.
Yeah. So I was gonna say, for the times of the day, looking at how stuff is today and back then, like you still appreciate, all that, the work behind everything you did in the beginning, though, even though now it might be a whole different transition. You feel me? Like, but like how many setups, you know what I'm saying? Like, you been through by now though, from when you first started to now.
Oh man, like I said, I had the cassette tape set up. I had the turntable set up. I had the CDJ set up. After the turntable, CDJs came around, and this is still like before the Serato era. Then after that, after the CDJs came pretty much the Serato era. So then the Serato era came with the controllers. And, you know, I was pretty much on the early games of the controllers, like the, you know, the Pioneer, the, I want to say SDJ1 or something. I can't even remember the name of it, but yeah, all of them, you know what I mean? So where we at now. So, yeah, we had to, you know, we on the controller setup now, pretty much.
Yeah. So, like, what was the first couple of gigs in the beginning that set the tone and changed everything for your career? You know what I'm saying? Like the moments where you like, yeah, like I always remember this moment. Like it took me to the next level.
Probably like the first club I got into. It was like a little club. It's torn down now. It was the old Stilettos, but when I was working there, it was Club Rolex. And yeah, so I was working a little 9 to 5, and that club was like, I was actually working at Georgia Tech at the time, and that club was like right across the street from Georgia Tech, so I should see it all the time. So I just kind of just fell up in there one day, and the owner happened to be from North Carolina.
Yeah.
He was in there with my homie Cool Ace. So, you know, I came in there, you know, started dropping some name dropping and all of that.
For real.
You know, they ended up giving me a shot, man. So I ended up being out there.
Yeah.
Days a week. And, you know, been hitting the ground running ever since.
Most definitely, man. So, like, what are some of the differences you see with DJs now from when you first started, you know, in the business, and like what are some of the things you learned along the way where you still, you know, appreciate the game you learned early on still to this day?
Yeah, back in the day, you know, because it wasn't computers and everything, like it wasn't a lot of DJs. So in the clubs, we kind of pretty much knew each other, you know what I mean? So I've been knowing a lot of dudes for like 20 some odd years, dudes I first met in the game that's still in the game now.
Yeah.
So, you know, we had a little camaraderie, but now, like I said, with the computers and everything, you know, it's so many DJs, it's like it's so many rappers, so it's kind of hard to keep up.
Damn, you said a mouthful just then, man.
Yeah. I think with the dudes I've been rolling with from back in the day that's still out here, you know what I mean? You know, we always, you know, we found some young cats that, you know, we get up under our wing and you know, we gravitate toward them. So I know some of those dudes too, but they even OGs in the game now. So, you know, but I just, you know, stick with my square, stick with my foundation pretty much, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of how when you said it's a bunch of DJ, like, cause probably when you was around starting off your thing, you know, back then it was like everybody was on something else. You feel me? But you had folk that was still into it. You know what I mean? I look at it like how the rap game is now. I probably started writing music myself like early 2000s. You feel me? Like 2005 when I really was, you know what I'm saying, had interest in it, but like 2010 and all that before the little drill scene, everything switched up. But nowadays, I'm like, bro, you can really tell who really into the art, and you can tell what their purpose is by what they put into what they doing. You feel me?
That's
but
real.
It's like, you know, and now it's like, shoot, the industry's so different now from when you had record labels putting budget behind stuff, to now everything's so independent. So,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But nah, I respect the independent way too, though. But it's like when you get to the next level, it's like all the business got to make sense, though. You feel me? Like, because you want to get in certain markets and stuff, it's gonna take some money to put behind it. You know what I mean? But you don't want nobody to ever be in control of, you know, what you put together and what you may have. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's why old days when they had like the street teams out, you had that relationship when the labels was out, you know, was actually passing out CDs and out vinyl, and like people used to actually work their records. Same thing with artists. Artists, even independent artists, to get out there, bring their music to the DJ, introduce themselves and all that. Now everybody put it on Instagram or just put it on YouTube or something.
That's crazy you said that.
I'm like, damn, this is crazy. They just want to send it out there and just expect it to pop now. They don't want to work it. Don't want to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, groundwork.
Yeah, exactly.
Really, everybody wants to skill. You can't skill the process, man. Some things ain't meant to be skilled. You know what I'm saying? And stuff from the teachings and the learnings from what the game used to be still apply today. You know what I'm saying? The business just changed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I'm gonna say, so OG, do you believe in the game is to be told, not sold, or the game is to be sold, not told, and why?
Definitely sold, not told, because I mean, you know, nowadays, you know, you got to monetize everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you tell it and don't sell it.
Yeah.
the same person you tell it to going to end around selling it, and you're gonna miss out on the money. So hey, you might better, let somebody else get it before you do. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
definitely.
Hey, so two OG. So what if you mentoring? You decide, you got a young one up under there that want to learn the game from you. You feel me? Like, do you still sell it to them, or you make them work for it? You know what I'm saying? Like, work it out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, I definitely have burst some DJs out here. Some,
right.
Willingly. Some, just set back. Stealing sauce. You know what I mean? You know how that goes.
Yeah, I get
so,
that.
I done definitely then gave back, and I did it both ways. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. Yeah, I see that though. I feel that because I see where that going.
Yeah.
So, man, the transition you made to Atlanta, what year was this, and what made you choose Atlanta? Was it opportunity presenting itself at the time, or you just were like, man, I'm finna hit the road?
I was in school in Alabama. You know what I mean? So I had a little broad I was dealing with. She was from Atlanta, so I should come here, back and forth on the weekend, kind of getting exposed to it.
Yeah.
But the early Atlanta energy, it was very welcoming city back in. It's not like how it is now. You know what I mean?
What year this was?
This was like early '90s when I first started coming around here, like 90.
Oh yeah, you done seen everything out here.
Yeah. About like 90, 91, Freaknik 91 is when I first.
Oh man.
And then I moved out here by like 95.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I used to come up here, and I had a lot of homies that was from Atlanta. So we used to be up here, you know what I mean, moving around. Used to the city and, checking the vibes and everything like that. So it was always love. So once I seen that, then I decided to go ahead and make that move.
Yeah, so like, man, since you say you was out here early 90, real Freaknik, man. Like, what the city was on, man. Cause for you to be like from 91 to 95, like, yeah, I got to get back out there. Like,
it's good. Like 95, 96 was when they started kind of shutting it down. So if you was anything like 91 to about 94, seen the real Freaknik, you seen the real Daytona Beach, and you know, like. Wasn't no cell phone. There might have been some video cameras out back then, but it was real raw. It was real, but it was it was wild, but it was controlled. Like I definitely couldn't out there.
Like everybody was still having a good time. You feel me? Like I see that.
Beach was blocked. People just getting out of their cars, partying. You see somebody you knew from high school or something, you running into people like just It was a good time, good party time right then. That's what kind of just shaped how that's the real old Atlanta right there. That's the old Atlanta people be talking about, the foundation right there.
Yeah.
When it was just pretty much do what you want to do. Clubs, closing 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, old 112, you know what I mean? It was, it was just, but it was like one night was one spot. Tuesday night might be another spot. It's kind of like how JD was talking about that Welcome to Atlanta song.
Yeah, every day.
Everybody that was hanging out at the time used to be at them spots. You should see everybody. And it was always just all love. It was just, big party, big, just all love for real.
Nah, I respect that, man. That's why I'm gonna ask you something a little later about that too, man. But like also, man, like when the whole little BMF way happened too, what was going on around that time? Like you was out and about, you was spinning in too?
Yeah, I was at a gentleman's club then. Me and my homeboy DJ Chap.
Yeah.
BMF, Big Meech and all them niggas. They used to just call him Meechy back then before he was Big Meech, you know what I mean? So them niggas used to be out in the clubs all the time. Them niggas was the first niggas I seen at the club, like breaking down weed on the table.
Yeah.
Smoking in the club, because back in the day you couldn't smoke in the club. Like they would put your ass out, you know what I mean? So them was the first thing, breaking weed down on the table, nobody saying nothing to them, doing whatever they want to, buying bottles, going crazy, you know what I mean? It was them, Dale Carter. I don't know if a lot of people remember him, but Dale Carter used to be an NFL player. But Dale Carter and BMF, they was the niggas that invented making it rain. They was the first niggas in the club like throwing money and making it go crazy. Yeah. It was like, this was probably I mean, I got in the strip club game probably like 98.
Okay, then.
You're running around here like maybe at least 96, 97, all up until either like 03, 04, whenever everything started, you know, getting a little shady.
My fact. When you started in 98, man, like, what club was the first spot you were hitting up? Or you were just hitting up every little one you could hit up?
Yeah, now my first club, like I said, it was called Club Rolex.
Yeah, Rolex.
Yeah, it closed about 3 times. Started working there, so it closed one time. It was Rolex. Then I think it opened back up. It was I think maybe Body Tap 2. Then that closed down. Then it opened back up again. It was Dancers Elite. Then I think they ended up changing the name to like Stilettos. But I was over there for a while. Then I ended up bouncing over to Gentleman's Club and Club Nicky's.
Yeah.
After I left that, yep, that's around like 98. So I was at like Gentleman's Club, Club Nicky's, till they closed. Probably like 02, 03, something like that. Then I went back down to the old Club Rolex. It was called Dance Elite Dance. So I was out there.
And what side of town it was around that time?
Downtown Marietta Street.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Downtown Marietta Street. And then the original Gentleman's Club used to be on Ellis Street. It used to be a 3-story club. They tore that down, made it into a park. And the old Nicky used to be on old Stewart Avenue. It's Metropolitan Avenue now. Yep.
Yeah, so how long? Well, you been in Atlanta? Where you really been in Atlanta? So you moved in here in 95, right?
Yeah, I came out here.
Yeah. So you've been a part of the infamous Pin Up and Struggles on the East Side. But before you made yourself known, you feel me? Like, what? Well, you already said the venues he was involved in and the music scene. So, back then, you know what I'm saying, when it came to your sets and your sets of the day, like how you always stayed up to the latest music going on, and you know when you put your sets together, like over time, you know what I'm saying, and nowadays, you feel me, like what are some of the ways with your crowd control do you determine what, you know, set the vibe for the night?
Yeah, well, back then, like I said, you know, they had the street teams out there. So
okay, yeah,
the different labels, you know, like I said, I was down at Gentleman's Club and Club Nicky, so I had those good relationships like Def Jam and, you know, So Def and everybody else. The new music came out, they would bring it out there. You know, all the artists, whatever had somebody, whoever the hottest artists, music like Outkast and all them, they was hot. And so they used to always be at the Gentleman's Club. So they should come, you know, artists used to come straight out the studio and bring their music straight to the club. So, you know, we used to have it first. I had the hottest, you know, music, you know, coming from the Gentleman's Club. I take it over to Club Nicky's or whatever like that. You know, Cash Money was hot back then. No Limit was hot back then. You know, Atlanta scene was still up and coming back then. You know what I mean? So like I said, like that. And then after that, like once the internet popped off, you know, I was on Napster early. So, you know, I used to just, you know, get everything off Napster. You know, when the internet, you know, first popped off and, you know, the MP3s and the music, you know, it was free for all, you know, so you could get whatever you wanted back then. So,
boy, them labels, man, I remember they were trying to like ban all that going on too, but all they did was come back out with another one for you, another platform, same thing.
Yeah, exactly. You know, you had different websites.
Yeah.
They would put music up, you know, as soon as they got it, started getting shut down. So, you know, you just gotta stay tapped in with the streets pretty much.
Hey man, the worst thing I remember coming up, you trying to download a new record, man, and you hear Bill Clinton come up on the you heard, I'd be like, man, come on, dog.
Back in them days, you know, you had to dial up.
So
wait till the whole night to even get the whole, you know what I'm saying, to get the whole file before you even find out what you got or not. You know what I mean?
You can't pick no calls up all night.
So you don't know what you got.
You ain't picking up the phone all night, boy. Don't call me. Yeah.
You pick that phone up, you gotta start all over again.
For real. So, man, when it come to some artists nowadays, now we really gonna tap in, man. So when it comes to some artists nowadays, you would hear them say that they don't need the DJ. You know, it may be like from the time period, you know, they came up, which is today's time. They don't really, a lot of the youth for certain years, you feel me? A lot of folk don't know about what it used to be. They just think that it already started off like this. You know what I'm saying? But being, you know what I'm saying, the music business transition for what it used to be. But as an OG, you know, explain your thoughts when you hear that topic come up, man. They be like, we don't need a DJ no more. We can just sit up on the internet all day or social media and just rock out. Or they'll find us on, you know, like you say, everybody used to be in the streets back then, but everybody feel like now because they got these platforms, they ain't gonna never have, they must ain't never gotta go out nowhere, never do no shows nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, you still need the DJ. Like, well, what's your thoughts when you hear people think like that?
I mean, I think, you know, it's definitely, you know, people who done blew up off the internet and, you know, they have internet following. But I think at the end of the day, if you're an artist, you kind of want your music to be banging in the clubs. You want, you want people to be playing your stuff at the cookout or something. You know what I mean? Like, it's definitely people who just blow up on the internet and you never hear their music nowhere else but the internet. Or you never hear nobody about their music except people on the internet. They might have shows, they might have a little fan base, but you don't hear them getting played in nobody's car. You'll never get them hear them played at the club. So I'm thinking, you know, I think most artists want that love from the radio, from the club. They want that recognition. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think if you're on the internet, you're pretty much gonna be more obscure. You know, you're not gonna get as much attention. I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that might be the attention they want, though, just the internet attention. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's all about what you in it for, though. You feel me? But I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna let it be known, man. Dirty work real and dog. You feel me? Cause back when I connected with you, you feel me? I was like, man, I ain't gonna lie. I sat on the internet like, damn, bro. All right, let me see, like, what spots in the A. You feel me? I was already coming to Pinto when I first touched down. I came to Atlanta like 2015.
Okay.
But then when I started, you know, working my move and stuff, I was like, all right, man, let me see who DJ at this spot or DJ at this spot. Man, I hear Dirty, A-Shop. And I was like, man, I got this record, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'm spinning back home because I'm from Orlando. So I already got it moving down there. But I said, man, I need to tap in with somebody up here. So when you say, hey, bro, all right, shoot me, whatever, you know, I'm like, all right. Then I'm like, dang, bro, you heard the record yet? He's like, nah, man, I just played it. Like, I was like, man, that real, because some DJs now, like, it be conflicts of interest where you got these DJs that come from a different time period. So they looking at it like, man, I got the MacBook. I'm the hottest nigga. Probably don't even know how to break down for real. Break everything down from the beginning. You feel me? Like, to sit there and have a conversation or know how to use that equipment, but they feel like they some hot niggas because they might be hot in the city or whatever. Each his own, you feel me? It is what it is. Like, a lot of stuff run off clout and everything. You need to be one nowadays, you feel me? They don't really be putting their all into what they doing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, them niggas be trying to work their move and say, well, you know, let me, you know what I'm saying, be politicking, you feel me? But I'm just like, man, I just respect how you came out and just like, man, all right, I ain't heard it. I just played it, whatever. I'm like, all right, cool. Like keep working. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah. Man, my main thing with that is that, you know, if I'm in the club, I had to play it and see the reaction.
Yeah.
See if the girls like it, see if the customers like it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, because it might not be my opinion, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Over there, let the people judge you, let the streets judge you, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, nah, I feel that, you feel me? Man, I say it's politics all the way around with it nowadays because everything got away from the original foundation and they trying to make something new to replace the old. Like, we just gonna run with this now and whatever was going on before, it don't matter no more. We ain't worrying about that. But then you still end up having to pay homage or respect to what was before. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, nah, for real. So, man, what are some do's and don'ts when artists approach DJs to get their music played? I know you done ran across a lot of situations.
Yeah, first of all, don't come to the DJ when it's all, late at night, busy, and you trying to, talk like a long period of time, bro. You kind of got to say what you're going to say, be in and out, you know what I mean? And you kind of, like when it's busy, it ain't really the time that a DJ really trying to, you know, check the music out and all that. You know what I mean? Like, the better time to do is come early. Like when he's setting up, it's kind of early. You know, it ain't that busy. We can kind of chop it up. We can probably throw you on. You know, check you out, see how it sounds. You know what I mean? See if your music even got like a late night type of vibe or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's one thing. Second of all, another thing is, you know, you don't want to come talking to a DJ about who playing your music or where it's getting played, what club, acting like because of that. Like I'm supposed to automatically just play your music. Like, especially if I don't even know you. Like that's kind of
Or
crazy.
just like start throwing around names and start trying to make themselves be known in their head.
We playing our music at this club, we at this club.
I want to create that image for you.
Yeah, I don't even really care about all that. I'm like, let me, you know, holler at me. Let me see what you're working with. You know what I mean? And let's build that relationship, and then, you know, we go from there. So, you know, my thing is that, build a relationship first. Don't, you know, a lot of dudes be acting like, I'm a rapper, I'm so and so. Get that they be a little bit too Hollywood. Like, bro, even if you are, even because I'm like, I done been in the club with Future and Gucci and Rollo, Easy and all them. And they was cool with it. They was humble. They was respect. You know what you're doing. Show love and all that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, if they can do it,
a lot of them come from them early.
Exactly.
Yeah. Nah, I was saying a lot of them come from them days though. You feel me? Where they had to go building relationships too. You know what I mean? When you say Gucci and all them, they had to. When you look at the time period, like you say, early 2000, they had to go club to club to club, all the underground spots and work their move.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, because the underground spots and clubs, you get hot there, and then the radio niggas used to be in the clubs too, so they be forced to play their music because they see how the club was reacting to it. You know what I mean? So they wanted to be, you know, they ain't want to be all commercial. They wanted to be on that, having the newest hot shit too.
Yeah.
So a lot of your favorite radio DJs used to be in the strip clubs and in the regular clubs, sitting back, listening to what niggas was playing too, and then going back, running back. Yeah, definitely.
Man, see, that's why I'm like, man, I respect that time period like that. Like, dog, if I had damn came from a different era like that, dog, that's the type of shit I like. Cause it's like, I like to be active. I like to be out there, you feel me? So it's like, bro, the internet shit be like, dog, I don't come from that. Even though I'm the last year and when we switched over, it's like, bro, I still going out and mingling with folk. You feel me? Like you say, everybody, nah, phone here, phone up. Like, dog, that shit's different, bro. And it's like, it be like, you know what I'm saying? Looking at it, be like, damn, bro, I really was a part of both of these different worlds. You feel me? So I understand when you just coming up now and a little bit younger than like early 20s, they don't know about none of that stuff before that. You feel me? You don't got the OGs really around, you know what I'm saying? Like that. You got to get game from, like I said, a lot of people I grew up, it was a lot of old heads, 70s, 80s, they were putting game in me. You know what I'm saying? I was young coming up around them. So, but now it's like, it ain't really our communities, bro. But I'm gonna tap in on that too. But what are some of your memorable moments, you know, being in the industry, you know, you cherish as your highlights of your career so far?
You know, definitely, like I said, building those relationships with different artists. You know, I remember one time I was actually at the Gentleman's Club, and I had my little mix CDs.
Yeah.
You know, singing. So, you know, I ended up getting bootlegged. I was out in the flea markets. So one memory was dude pulled up and he was like, "Hey man, I got your mixtape." I was just telling him primarily at the club. So I'm like, "How you got my mixtape?" You know what I'm saying? So he pulled it out of CD changer, you know what I'm saying? So I'm seeing they out here bootlegging my CD. So, you know, that was. Then I seen some Dungeon Family members, Big Boy, and them came through one time. I was selling some. I saw they were like, "Yeah, we've been looking for you." You know, they were trying to get a hold of the mixtapes. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up selling out all that I had to them. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's just this little small thing like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah, that's dope, man. Cause like you say, the CD game back then, you probably had to sit there and burn all them CD one time. You probably had to have a big ass machine burning them like that.
Exactly. I was burning one by one on the little HP computer.
Yeah. Nah, for real. That type of time, you know, man. I remember all that. That's a lot. That was a part of my youth. You feel me? Seeing all that. I used to really, my cousin that put me on to the rap. I used to sell his CD. You feel me? And make my little money off it, sell his, and you know what I'm saying. So it's like I was sitting back watching how he was moving, but yeah, as everything is a process and a journey, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are some of the obstacles you face in your career that you still came out on top and, you know, kept you going?
Well, you know, back in the day, you know, it's like, we used to be ups and downs. You know, the clubs weren't really paying the money like they paying now. So,
Yeah.
and then, you know, you end up catching a little slow season, or you at a club that ain't really popping, or you're not working, you know, as many days and nights. You know, sometimes you can kind of get burnt out working so much. So I kind of fell back a couple of times. You know, actually had left the game alone, but ended up coming back, you know what I mean? And, you know, just gotta just weather that storm sometimes. You know, it's gonna be good times, it's gonna be bad times, you know what I mean? But, you know, hopefully the good times outweigh the bad, you know what I mean? So, you know, that's how it is. You know, you're grinding, that's just how it go. You know, it's peaks and valleys in this game, you know? It ain't never, you know, just a smooth ride. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah, I like how you said that, man, because that go all the way around the board. Anybody trying to do something, you feel me? But when you really got a true love for something, man, you could take a break for however long you do. That, hey, you ain't gonna be able to really break up with it. It ain't just no female. You just be like, man, but you done really, when you really in love with it, man, you gonna stick. It's gonna come back. Damn, you ain't gonna be able to go nowhere. That's like you say, you start DJing or whatever. You go somewhere, you see somebody DJing, like, damn, man, this shit ain't. Home ain't really. You like, man, fuck that. I'm going right. It's right back to it. Or you hear a song or some drop as an artist, you be like, man, you gonna want to get to that studio. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Real.
So real quick, while we speaking on the music industry, you know, I noticed you was at the listening party for Infinity Links release for the Migos last month. And with that said, rest in peace to Takeoff. But as an OG, what do you know as a community we need to get back to, you know, doing as a whole that would stop the violence amongst each other? And I'm all the way with you when you say the infamous fuck 12, because that slogan, you know what I'm saying? Because our people used to actually move as a community, protecting each other and holding each other accountable. You know what I'm saying? Today's time, it ain't many OGs, you know, around giving game. And by OG, I mean, like, you know, like men from the 60s down to the 80s, you know, era. But you know what I'm saying? Like what do you know? What do you think about that though? As you see everything going right now. You feel me?
Yeah, just like when you get to that level of success, man, just like Master P said, you just gotta, you know, you gotta move smarter. You gotta go ahead and invest in that security. You gotta invest in, you know, people with legal guns and all that, because you see it's crazy right now. So I'm like, it's better to, you know, I'm like, you know, all these rappers talking about they spending all this money on jewelry and throwing money at the club and all that. So yeah, maybe why don't you kind of scale that down, get you a little off duty security or something like that. And you know, you don't got to, you know, once you get to that level, you know, you can't be all out in the hood. You can't be everywhere, because there's a lot of people that's gonna be envious, that's gonna want what you got, and then a lot of people want to, you know, just that clout era, like you said. So people want to make a name off of you. Got no respect. You know what I mean? Like everything is changed right now. So you know, it's just crazy time right now.
Yeah,
so
because I know when I know how thorough you is, you feel me? You coming up in the era, like I say, I already see the real as an OG, but like what it was like for you coming up, you know what I'm saying? Because it had to come from somewhere, you feel me? Like everything we see now came from what we know is going on, like, you know, but like you say, you came from real hip hop, you know what I'm saying? Before them people took over and made it what it is today, you know what I mean? Like you ain't. I don't want to be. I ain't gonna sound like no hater, nothing, but like most of the music now that we hear, cause I'm a big pop fan. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I like real lyricism. I like stuff that I can take from. They ain't gotta be always lyrical. Like you just gotta be speaking real to me. But you know what I'm saying? Like nowadays, most music come out, bro. They pipe them young boys up quick, and then all the messages we hear mostly be like, you know, when we talk a lot of real stuff on the Underdog podcast, but we be like, when you think about it, we go out and buy the gun, we do whatever, we be like, damn, but these niggas don't know how to act or whatever. But it don't really, it's for Annie and everybody, but most of the time be for our own people, and that shit just crazy. Like, you know what I mean?
It just shifted. It's like, you know, at one point it was like rap entertainment, and now it's like it moved to, you know, like you got to really live what you rap about. Like you got to go to jail, you got to really sell drugs, you got to really shoot somebody, you got to really kill somebody. Like,
yeah,
I don't understand where that came from. So that's like, it ain't even about the music no more. It's about kind of like how you living and your lifestyle, and like the wilder and the more crazy and the more, you know, self-destructive that you are, then that equals record sales or you know what I mean, or stream views and all that. So that's why, you know, it's just, it ain't about the music no more. With all this Instagram and YouTube and all of that, it's kind of like who can be the wildest, the most outrageous, you know, who can, you know, so it just, you know, that switch right there, I don't understand. So I don't know. Something need to change with that. That's what it is.
Yeah, you feel me? Like, as you know, a lot of us being older, it's like, man, we see it for what it is. You know what I'm saying? We know it entertainment, but the biggest thing, we got these kids out here, you feel me? And I was growing up, I remember like when Lil Jon, the East Side Boy, and all that, we literally going to the club, tell the club up, like we going to the club. Like I said in Orlando, I'm from the West Side, so West Side of Orlando ain't nothing but just us mostly. You feel me? It ain't everybody be like Disney World. Disney is in Kissimmee. You feel me? And that's the thing they try to paint on us. Like they try to hide the black population, like we ain't know. And we is there. Like you come to the West Side of Orlando, all that is every neighborhood, and all us is close. Like we close by each other. So we growing up going places, you know, in our teenage, like wherever you from, that way you from. When you are places, it's issue happening with this other neighborhood that's down the street, and everybody, you know, in the era we was fighting still, you feel me? But then all the guns started coming out later on. It's just like, man, you know, and now it's just straight guns. There ain't no fighting, no standing up, holding yourself down. You feel me? Like, you know, I don't know, the young boy think that, hey man, for they either scared to get in the paint with somebody and get hit or whatever, but it's like it's all about respect. You feel me? Hold yourself down. But at the end of the day, you should be able to, you know what I'm saying? If y'all two men, whatever going on, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just better talk it out first. You feel me? Be able to, you know what I'm saying? But I get what their mentality is, but just to shoot and kill and think you're gonna earn some strike, like dog, everything come with whatever you getting or put out there, you know, it come right back to you. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gotta be ready for what come after that.
That's for real.
Yeah. But man, so what's in the works for Dirty Work soon to come, man? What's going on?
You know, we still out here grinding. We at Pin Up still Sunday daytime. We at Strokers Monday night, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday in the daytime. Working with these artists still breaking records, still breaking new artists. You know, we're gonna move out probably to some consulting, and you know, just branching out. And you know, just stay on the grind, man. Still out here. You know what I mean?
So, what do you manifest for yourself that you see coming, you know, for you, whether it's business related or your personal growth, like what you already calling, you know what I'm saying, that you see happening already?
Just, you know, expanding the brand, you know, taking it to another level, taking it internationally, you know what I mean?
Big fact.
Trying to you know, find some, you know, some more avenues, streams of revenue, you know what I mean? And just, you know, keeping it going, man. That's it. Staying relevant, staying out here, staying tapped in with the artists, with the streets, and you know, and just staying here, man. That's it.
Nah, fact, man. As I know, you already know, you know the whole game, the whole playbook, just from seeing everything for what it is. You know what I mean? So it's like, man, I always gonna have something going. Feel me? And then shout outs you like to give to the people that's been in your corner throughout your time spent in the business.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to all my DJ homies, man. You know, I started off with Legion of Doom. Shout out to them. You know, DJ Funky, my homie DJ Kool-Aid, DJ Chap, DJ Skeeter, my homie DJ Young Davo. Let me see, RP, my homie DJ Poor One, my nigga DJ Big C, my dog DJ Reggie Black, My homie King Dice, you know, my nigga Shawty Red, you know, we was out a little while ago running around, you know what I'm saying? So just everybody that I've been down with from the beginning, everybody I'm still down with, everybody's been supporting. You know, we just rocking like that, man. That's it.
Fast, man. Just had to bring you.
Yeah,
keep keeping it real out here, man. You know what I mean? Like over time, just dealing with you and moving how you move, you feel me, OG, man. Like I've been seeing the sauce, you feel me, and how you been, you know, giving me advice on what to do with things and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Just keeping shit all the way real. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey man, hey, just continue to keep growing and doing your thing, man. I already know the brand gonna keep growing, keep doing what it's doing. You know what I mean? Season by season, you know what I mean? The crops is gonna keep getting better. You feel me?
That's it. That's all it is. Exactly.
Hey, but OG, man, last but not least, before we get you out of here, man, something we do with everybody that come on the Underdog podcast. But what does being the underdog mean to you, or when you hear the word underdog?
Man, I'm glad you say that, because one of my favorite cartoons back in the day was Underdog. You know what I mean? So, you know, just being an underdog just means, like, you know, sometimes you might have your back against the wall, but you're gonna keep fighting. You know what I mean? You're gonna keep grinding. You know, and if don't nobody believe in you but you, that's all you need. You need that one person to believe in you. If it's just you, that's all it takes. You're gonna do what you got to do to get where you need to be, and you're just gonna keep fighting. You're gonna never give up. You know what I mean? That's it. That's what being an underdog is to me. Never giving up, always fighting, never folding.
Straight up, man. Can't fold, man. You know what I mean? I've been through too much in a lifetime, you know what I mean? To be saying I'm a quit or give up, you know what I mean? Like,
ain't no turning back. That's it.
For real, man. Hey, man, it was season 3, man, episode 2, man. Y'all got it from the original, man, the OG, man, my partner, man. Real one out here, man. You know what I mean? DJ DirtyworkThemaniac, man. Make sure y'all go check him out, man, on Instagram. Tap in, all artists. If you want to get some music spent, man, make sure you tap in. You know what I mean? Have it together. Talk to home before you even get to the club, man. Don't go when the strippers in there going, man, because it's up. It's up every time. real.
Yeah,
man. Appreciate you, OG, man. We gonna connect and tap in, man. My solo return the 19th, you feel me? So I might come through Pin Up Sunday, man, and come kick it too a little bit.
Okay.
But yeah, man.
I got it. Appreciate you.
But yeah, appreciate you, OG. We out here, man.
Yes, sir. Hold it down. Yeah.
Yes, sir.